Steve Bannon is sort of going against Republican orthodoxy now by proposing a tax hike on the wealthiest Americans. So, Fox News reporting here says here, President Trump's chief strategist Steve Bannon is pushing for a tax increase on the very wealthiest Americans, an administration source confirmed to Fox News. The source said Bannon wants the top tax bracket to have a 4 in front of it. The current top income tax bracket right now is taxed at 39.6%. The source said Bannon wants higher taxes on the wealthiest earners in order to give a bigger tax break for the middle class and investments. So, Steve Bannon is pretty much saying that we need higher taxes on the wealthy, which is totally reasonable, right? Totally reasonable. And I would totally agree on that, because we need it if we want to be able to afford anything. If we want to be able to afford, all of these ambitious programs that we want. We want, education reform. We want healthcare reform. We want infrastructure. We want jobs. We want to stop all these garbage trade deals. But we need money for all this stuff. And in order to get money, well, we have to raise taxes. And who are we going to raise taxes on? Raise taxes on the wealthiest, because they're the ones who got us in this mess, right? Like, they're the one. Like, I'm so sick of all these so-called right-wingers who are so sympathetic to the rich people. Because, guys, you're supporting people who hate you. Guys, this idea that corporate America is super conservative and super right-wing is just a lie. If you look at, the West Coast, and even the East Coast, I mean, everyone, all the elites, all the upper classes, all the rich people that the Democrats, they claim to be so against, they're all Democrats. You ever notice that? They always talk about getting money out of politics, right? And I would agree, but I really doubt that they're serious about that. You know why? Because if you actually look at the numbers, right? They like to spin it and make it seem like it's Republicans that get more money. But no, Democrats get way more money from big money donors than the Republicans do. Democrats get so much money from these big money donors that they claim to hate. They always say that they hate the big money donors and the special interests and the lobbyists. They claim to hate them, but they take in way more money from them than anybody else. Seems a little off. Seems a little bit off. But they claim to hate them. That's why. This is why the so-called populist left, it will never take off. Guys, you're not populist if you and the elites agree on everything. Guys, you want to know why Democrats became so pro-gay marriage randomly, out of nowhere? Because of big money. You just take a look at the numbers. Take a look at where Democrats they were getting their money from, and how all of a sudden they started getting money from all these pro-gay, socially liberal companies. And all of a sudden, left, right, and center, you had all these random epiphanies. How coincidental, how amazingly convenient. You had all these epiphanies. Everyone in the party suddenly said, you know what? All of a sudden, I'm for gay marriage now. Just because, not because I got all the money from, all the donors. No. I just had a random, sudden, very convenient epiphany at this very convenient time. No, they're so corrupt. They like, social liberalism is such a scam. It's like they try and spin it as being anti-elitist. No, that is being elitist. Like, that's not. You cannot be left-wing, and populist. It's just not possible. Sorry, I know that there are some people on the left who are like grassroots, but guys, I don't care where you come from on the left. Your opinions are the exact same opinions as all the elite, rich kids in California and all the old elites in New York City. Just because you're not getting big money doesn't mean that you're still not elitist, because you are, right? That's why I hate seeing all these people, all these Justice Democrats, which, by the way, they call themselves so populist. They were founded by the Young Turks. You're gonna tell me that the Young Turks is populist? Guys, one of the main hosts of the Young Turks went on air and went on an epic rant about how she's a better person than people who make Harambe memes. This was about a year ago, and I totally forget what the name was. Anna? No, that's Anna Navarro. Anna Navarro was an absolute train wreck. But who is it? It's because you have like Cenk, and then you have like his co-host, that woman. Yeah, that woman. She went on this long rant about how she's morally superior to people who make Harambe memes. She went on this long rant. She literally said, like, quote, "I'm effing better than you." That was a direct quote. She said, "I'm better than you." She says, "You are garbage." She went on this long rant. You're gonna call her a populist? She's talking down to people like that. Oh my god. And then remember Alex Jones? When he went on their show at the convention about, last year? And then Cenk tried to punch him. Jimmy Dore spit in his face. The woman called him fat and started yelling at him from off stage. These guys are not populists. These guys are elitists. They're the biggest elitists out there. Look at where they get their money from. Don't just say, oh, they're populist because, they're on YouTube, right? So, duh, obviously they're populist, right? No, they're on YouTube, but look at where they're getting their money from. YouTube officially endorsed them. No one knows this, but YouTube officially endorsed the Young Turks as like the official news network of YouTube. Take a look at you go on YouTube, right? Anytime you find an ad, anytime you find a YouTube Red ad, which I don't think they really have anymore, I think they've moved on to YouTube TV, but there was an old YouTube Red ad that showed people watching the Young Turks on their phone. Isn't that funny? Would you ever see a video, an ad from YouTube of people watching, I don't know, InfoWars? So these guys are not populist. They're loved by the establishment. And do not tell me that Google is not the establishment. Don't even go there. Don't pull that Bill Maher. Bill Maher, when he was in a debate about corporations and money in politics, and he said, "Oh, you Republicans, you're all so owned by your big donors and stuff like that." And then the guy went back and he said, "Yeah, but so are you." And then Bill Maher said, "Oh yeah, but my corporations are different than yours." That's not a defense. There's no just because you get money from different corporations doesn't mean that you're not corrupt, that you're not elitist as anything. I mean, it's such a weak defense. And now we have Steve Bannon coming out and saying we need a tax hike on the wealthiest Americans. And then you know what I saw? I was trying to find some articles on this, right? So I googled Bannon. The first thing I saw was an article saying, "Ooh, is Steve Bannon trying to get Trump impeached?" So he's caused backlash already. And it's a valiant effort by Steve Bannon. But I doubt that Republicans in Congress will let him do this at all. I really doubt it. You know, I would love if he could, and he could pass through these tax hikes on the wealthiest Americans. But with Congress the way it is now, I really, really doubt it. And it's sad to say, but I don't. He's just hated by the elite so much. They probably won't let him do it unless Trump comes out and helps him. That would be something different entirely, and I hope he does. But until then, I have my doubts.